ye betima ye na ye yi saa this one afri ye so and me can this one me kasafa a car tabre da Oman Ghana so a and then ye wogina penya ye ni ahoɔden mpo a ye betimi de atua ye ka ye ni sika ye de betua ye ka to the sense and then we kufu ado ne ba omia nyansa mu no e ka no ye ntu nhye eti ye pia e ka no e de akọ eye yes a da ye nim 2025 2026 2027 and a number of economists and financial analysts as suggest say so my Ghana sika sam no be bounce back be take 30 years eti Ghana sa ko ni nchi eti nhyehyɛ bɛn ɛna Ghana hia wa abra ye kwa ye nim je ba kwa abeto dwasa afi mu a ye kwa abatoɔ mu 24-hour economy na no so no na NDC flag bearer kane mampani John Mahama say wo betuma gina na adwuma eni ho no etimabusu wo man mu a e wo abra sa de no koso no so e wo nsunsuanso bi e wo man Ghana sika semu enra wo gumbe show so wo TV extra mini oheneba bo amabani ene honorable member of parliament ma de hye wo Esrafo South honorable Eriko Poku etenase di nkomo na ne nchechie mu a wo de maye wo 24-hour economy ene nsunsuanso a ebetimanya animanim ya e Ghana economy ne so no edi atwade we mame
now yanko 24-hour economy ne so eniba ahu ba bi esika sama ko gina say ye do man we shon sa beden wa ni kamre ye ko bosia wa abrochi enye ye ya jibi wo Ghana enye ye why ben ye be fa so ye me be ni ye ama transe na onya adwene we na tie ni ye onyame obo wi ase dakru bi o ma 24 hours wama wonyansa e wa apomudini mu no omo se odasani bia se 24 hours no utimi da don hwere nwotwe wo mu a e bia be strong person it na say wo don hwere dunsia 16 hours
you also dey adwuma
a betimi ya adwuma de bia di agro be ye common no na ho be den beto wo ye Ghana ha de ye adwuma don hwere nwotwe na 16 hours no de di agro de bia da de anante nante na ka mne ye agi ho anye na ye kopa bosia ba bia a enye yi mama adwene se se Ghana ma nyina aka se ye adwumaden na Ghana nyina ye adwuma se be ya ye nyina ye na 24 hours na ebi be ye adwuma bi daba na ye adwuma aka ye ntumi ntwa ma ye nya hoto ana na onya da so se de 24-hour economy no be ye yi. What is 24-hour economy? 24-hour economy ne say businesses and services are you providing no you providing no a normal traditional working hours na e ma no so ha e be so saa kopim saa de be den be che it's a 24 hours no be che mu miensa e 8 hours number 1 8 hours number 2 8 hours number 3 okaboma nya 24 hours nti adwuma bia business bia produce bibi wa ha bia ande aban adwuma bia wa man mu ha bia no ebe ya adwuma from anopa ba de tie asadwuma na ebe no ebe chemu don hwere nwotwe nje si ano ebe ma example bi o yonko bi o ye biscuits o biscuit factory afa nipa mako 400 na o ye biscuit no na o mu start adwuma no pa no nwotwe no ma pon no num 1 hour de oso o mu de ko break nti o mu ye adwuma 8 hours 8 hours no o si da ku bia no o mu timi ye biscuit no eye boxes no mako 1000 now so case wo ye 24-hour economy ni bia obasafa enipa 400 no akubio no asafa 400 no akubio nti ano papa no 400 no be start ya 8 hours no more produce 1000 na ewia no 400 no so asamba no mo so produce 1000 na ewia na 400 bi asamba no produce 1000 nti sa da no na cafe na da bi o produce 1000 say 24 hours nti da bi o be produce say 3000 afa nipa say adwuma 800
abeka
ba jo what you say
yeah
no say e minya ka se meye ni say ya eye ticket no e dey sam wa na me dey asichire na me dey fat eye margin nom na eye na me nsa we na eye nti dey e di akotre pair dos wo mu no eye sam it was me call a sam company no ho that now produce a sam no e wona da bia me to sam 50 bucks e wo ho na me dey nipa 400 year 1000 no they say me ko 24-hour economy e chemu mi ensa da ku bi am pese me produce 3000 so na ma mi sam so ubetua produce esam no mako 150 di ama me da bia se be ya betua ya 3000 no esam ran so say yes enya me so metua produce a me so me fa nipa 100 na di ye esam no ho adwuma yi se me so me ye 24-hour ni bi they say me so fa 100 bio na masa fa 100 bio say me fa 300 iti 300 no metua produce 150 no e di amount da bia iti biscuit ru na fa nipa 800 yeah esam ru no esan say biscuit no pe sam no e di aye biscuit nti no so fa 300 afei esam ru say me so bis sam na me ye me sheet na ye sheet nso akuafo bi na dua ye dai e de ma me die ne me ko hu akuafo no na me ma akuafo no so sika no mo fa laborers bebre no mo ti nua sheet no more na me da bia me 150 me tun aye dai a produce what you say now we so to produce the 3000 no
yeah
now the company biscuit run no to produce 3000 da bia on say last na no produce 1000 no I think you be produce 12000 me boa they say they cost 3000 no I think you be produce say 36000 the some run so no produce 50 da bia they say they call 150 it's 50 times 12 now go produce 600 they say they call 150 no bedru 600 times 3 1800 it is here check it afino so here check your GDP man your production the value that you generate your money mu a yang triple na e be double no
fuo no so de no wo ho
de afi what your
ono so be do more acres adwumef
yeah afi what you say nti we so de be ka ho a na afi o check GDP na your GDP yan fan say ye 186 billion dollars a afi be check na kodu 300 billion dollars ya Canada ya nim kakraka no be check na percentage of 300 na at about 45 fans no man na ye dey gina yi now nipa na ya form adwuma foforo no eye 800 na form biscuit factory ho no na nipa 800 we na omo nya adwuma and na omo nya adwuma na ban beju omo income tax what you say afei omo nya sika no ohia ni ntimi ntwadua na wodi ntwatade na wa ye bosu adwuma anya bibi obetumi ato bibi ade o nti ade ni nyina no de bia wo to dwom bia ban tax da so indirect tax da so moto no na increase aggregate demand na obi atobi na de o produce so produce more na biscuit factory we can say ye nwie yo ani ba ye nwie asamsa ho nipa 400 na ye adwuma anopa na nwotwe ekosi nonum no nkofo beton aduane wo ho amen they say one pound nonum no 400 samba the 400 no so no this is the oton mo aton we che ho no we nipa 24 hours wabre e jones be pe nipa mienu bia ye dey aka no ho no no o maton afi obeba be ye tea wo ho ewura no so betrem sa ma de aye dey achi so at the end of the day you have created so many jobs you have generated enough revenue you have increased production and the country will move forward adwini nyame na dia madwo mama uko USA ye bi uko UK ye bi Dubai ye bi South Africa ye bi Kenya for tribe bi countries bebre na ye bi na me my example ba ku bi me yanku bi oye starch when the banche na ye there was special banche ye dey starch no now say that could be an no afa nipa 100 that could be an the banche no 20 tons na o process the starch no
okay
20 tons no to be the starch no 500 boxes 500 boxes now obekọ akoye 24-hour economy ni bi nti nipa 100 no obefa 100 ba akọ aka ho asa fa 100 bio that's when you 300 so for 300 ne dia e wose da bia no banche no bro 20 tons no to say onya 20 tons miensa it will here 60 tons banche na do 60 tons after when you 60 tons na the production na 500 no I could do 1500 now 60 tons we by obenyanti was said you odua banche no one banche farmers no kasa now no company na o produce starch no o pre-finance banchi dua no omo muska se mo fa lebre na munye mu tu na mitua ka atete aye dai afrim ba jo wutie de
etie pa
nti oye sa mo mu dua banchi akuafo na fa lebre na akuafo no ma no a enya adwuma nye no ya fa bi na omo ye adwuma wo factory ho nti factory na fa nipa 100 no timi afa 300 nti kuani na no dua banchi enya 20 tons eba no na onya bi dia ko hwe ne ma no na titi fie enya adwuma nye no na kuani bi so enya adwuma ye wo factory ho nti bo so awagi akatua ne ma me no so banchi na odua no timi aba mu dua no dodo nti wagi na katua no ma send bi akoma ma me banchi no so ya ye den ya tro na fe Ghana ye calculate GDP a growth wa yenya
na honorable ye can be bebrebe say no aka ni woma mi no ye nhwe one 500 no produce no eno na sustaining market
yes
surplus na o produce no what they call
good biscuit we no o ka kire me say ni biscuit no bi o ho a others ayeye no odin miti da because apart from biscuit Ghana has en kwampo no odin miti ha market no amount also from neighboring countries eba be ye order ontimi nya dey in produce starch no so ya export to neighboring countries Ghana starch 500 2023 Ghana hair population no they do 33 million it is a process ni bia be hwe nipa 500 Ghana here process for 66,000 and sana the meeting UN and that no in fact the latest report to crash say my review no downwards from 500 no what is so the about 450 how the use 500 your analysis
okay
it say Ghana e bet me anya security papa bia dan kwa so a here process for mako 66,000 this year was 30,000 into your space to employ about 36,000 now son na bet employ we no this always sky between the day pure moka that is why the easiest way the best way about to generate adwuma bet you am man anya sika na bet you anya sika tuatua sa anima fa nipa nyina ne say when courage see anya amfa so more na uti fa nipa bebrebe adwuma no mahama se so fra konwa na a contribution na wo ye de abo Ghana ama mamuru na nya adwuma ye no light bill a utua no beti so ama na ye fo ama
o sa
na wanya ni je etimi dia fam rantie ne ma aba na adwuma look na ne for parliament mi kofie no motorway na mi yusu ye edru motorway is na about 5 o'clock right side ha one more apart adwuma companies na e production kwa no ekọ nipa no 1,000 na mu je ho peka akọ sa companies we nyina ebeye a shift ni bi 24-hour economy ni bi na sa 1,000 nipa more than 1,000 na 1.5 no another 1,000 esamba ewia no another 1,000 eba hamache no ama akoye 3,000 branch ebe na wo Ghana ha oben nante asabasa wonya adwuma nye
adlava fo so benya adwuma ye
ano no nya na wo sa ka hene ba driver ne hu se nipa 1,000 gukwa hunya anko ano so be hihye
okoda ye den
o hihye sabe ya memi twa no pa ya akwase so fa kwa awia ko fa awia fo no we so fa anwumre fo no for is contagious yeah I mean more example bi it is nkofo bi kan say and this one thing just say we want to do amaka kan say besides obi kura say na me papa o tie kura say we yakuani fa so be am so want 24-hour economy na say ya papa na o tie kura say na we yakuani no e banchi no odua na start factory ni produce mo no hia mo banchi a ne banchi ne yento
beto
ne mana woni chenya adwuma nya da bia wa dwena no company no ba mu afadi pa bebre ne man nya adwuma nya economy no emphatic ni bi people don't understand ba na meka asembi na otwe madwene ye dai otwe me besi bia bi ka krasa nka wo yira me na me kira de bi mu si yi
asesi ye
yes
24 hour
yeah na me koda ayi bi na otwe me kakra na ma me samra ayi hobio me say won say ye ma no electricity ye te so ma no ankra be ye bi aban na so a wote akonwa no so no adwoma ma so afra akonwa na na bia enipa bebre kogu ho epe service ayenya ne ntentem no for the 24-hour economy ne be ko ho passport office na ha nyina ye passport nyina ye process nyina won kran ha be ko na ye choko bi dia di 1 month 2 months ye timi nyanya dai e ma no enipa ye adwuma passport office wo no am ye 200 No mama say 200 no, we 8 hours amabre. Ya pon mo nko. Another 200 mama to aso. Omu wi another 200 mama dey na to aso. The passport office, afa nipa 200 a, e be no 600. That 600 no ba. Na ju nyina wo hia passport na wo sa be dey beka. It is all the passport. Who apply in there? Yes, in the be am wa. Enya possible na. But you see, I will render service come say am Ghana ni. Now obi nkwajeji ni sika 20 million, 10 million san on your passport. That's what 100 and now 200 grand on your passport now. Na nyame ase. Number 2, the port to her. The shipping line no, the new man bedru. Japo ha wo ho. Customs wo ho. You work in as a clinic in ho. In fact, when you say nipa ye adwuma wo, the port to her say no. Ah, okwata ma ha. Nipa ye adwuma direct and in the you can 5,000. Whatever, oh, had you. You have some people na ye adwuma ho no. And you want to be see why check. Na ni wura kran timi nkoyi, onya kwan yi. Na the more I no, ni aginiska. We are cry father there no. What just say? Nti ba na be doko na si wo saa. Si da bi anya no saa. Na mo pon 5 o'clock wa. Mo ye 5,000 na mo ho ye adwuma na. 5,000 nya mo kwajuma home. Another 5,000 nya dey emra. Another 5,000 sa nya dey emra. Ye ntimi nya no one day no. Ye betumi aye no one day. Ye be wie no. Na fa ye adwuma no ye check hu sika the year na aye kakraka. And then madam be frame me. And was Eric. Ma tell ade bi am nwanwa pa. Obi say 24-hour economy mo ye nyi. Na dey na mo ncheche, mo na so ene me cheche. Ose unim. Me ye proud. Me wa krase, e bi na makosi, e bi am ye proud no. The nipa 56 and na ye adwuma. 56 me produce 200. E bia. Because I may get 24-hour no. I'm a boss ya na me me try bia hwe. Be ya. Say me 56 me nsa. Yes 600, you operate near 700. Come on. I must say see a nkofo na me de koma omo no. So mo increase men say metia nya your boss akra if anya dey emra. Na be dru madu.
Eti eno no nadamfo no waye sabre a 24-hour economy ni nyamae no oso ahwe no wa double production wa double sika e wo so onya ye revenue and afa so wasan so double nipa dodo a ofo madwuma. So question a yebu se na wabra honorable kwaku rekete again enya abai we ebere na aka ne shite we dey tew question a yebu se asam kese na da yanim sika asam ntoto ye age aguo ye da yanim wabra ye ko 2025 policy ban hye ye ban ena betima bo my Ghana ama ye sika asam asansi ye and na me the 24-hour economy no e mfato me ye sure so honorable kwaku rekete again beka bi e dey asoso na fe enkai no ye dey aba honorable ye mo ache mo akwa aba
yeah jodo
kem ko south adishe nyina etwen o and Ghana fananya now about 24-hour economy here what consideration money unim die mu no wuji say eno ye key policy a ebetima boa ama Ghana yetima di revenue ho adwuma 2 ye sika sama anwen ne sin ebetima boa ye ama ye di ho adwuma ebetima boa ma economy na nyini te say de honorable Erikopoku e kire no
medasi there Aminoko, Abrofobaka circumstances beyond my control.
Yes, yeah.
I apologize. Just maybe another time.
Yeah.
Maybe let me see.
Yeah.
My brother Eric, our phone explaining.
Yeah.
24-hour. I think as our day, what Eric is doing is to break the 24-hour. We have people are almost dismissing the 24-hour economy, led by Vice President Baumia. Not because first I thought he didn't understand it, but I thought he's just being mischievous.
And not just him. Daily Dispatch a report to Benefit say euphoria no a call for meaning say that 24-hour economy policy no I don't assume.
No, we have young more discredited the 24-hour economy. That is where the problem is. Almost per se, our program no, for a tongue of Wasu. They are saying all sorts of things. It's your biography. As you say, when you are watching, I'll be in 24 hours. Now, one mother background, how that would be possible. Like Eric. Say, for 4 years, you must also mudidi at 24 hours. Therefore, naturally, supply and demand. Say, a demand in what there will be supply. You don't want to me 24-hour you watching. Somebody will also come in. Then you can create about jobs for a few people. So that's our explanation now on Manu. I think that is what we should be doing more.
But my question is a bit dealing with Oman Ghana your current problem now you know. I'm a Dutch now you're so bleak. 24-hour economy and other policies.
As an economist, I will tell you, say, the 24-hour economy, our Ghana economy is probably all that we need. Because our friends, if I tell you a friend, our Nkrobata means, or Sadosu. So the 24-hour economy is not just one policy. 24-hour is a mechanical a multiplicity of policies. If you did into Nyama Bebre womb, if you look at 24-hour economy, so policy in the 24 hours, therefore you don't have 24-hour policy can take care of about 20 different policies.
You said the
well, any kind. Now say I'm new trade minister. I say never be a aircraft man because we are a country that imports too much.
Yeah.
And it's annual money, we put what is it called? Restrictions on them.
Yeah.
Now you are putting restrictions on Nyama. You don't produce them, but you consume them. So how sensible can that be? Say, we here say BB for let's say a particular drink or BB
yeah.
We need you need that particular adiano, but you don't have it here. But also the you are putting restrictions on. So if it's something that is a drug would depend on that, then you are going to die. Because you won't be able to bring it.
And they come back.
Yes.
I want you back.
Now, Ghana, we have a low productivity. The level of production, I say here with Ghana, that's not what we do. So there is always sort of a demand that we are not able to meet. I think I heard Eric mention something like that. But in a more broader sense, they are not able to meet in terms of production.
Yeah.
So there is always a gap. Now the question is, maybe they cannot afford electricity to produce more. Maybe maybe materials na echo the other people who produce and they don't produce enough. So there is low productivity all across. Now, how do you feel low productivity? It's either with people and time and the materials. So that is one example of 24-hour economy. Whatever you are not meeting at the moment, as a result of not having enough people, 24-hour economy will give you the opportunity.
Just
Yes, because there's somebody sitting somewhere else, and that's what you get or train what you are producing. But we are in Brilliant, so you can over 100 now, into 100, 40. And say electricity no one says, and the person goes away with 40.
Yeah,
you haven't delivered to that person because of constraint. 24-hour economy will give you that liberation to be able to do that. Electricity in India, a government is going to make a deliberate policy. We say, by legislating. That's not, you are not legislating. A deliberate economic policy, which has got things like a discount in tariffs in your man. So that electricity that you are not able to use to do your work, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is going to make it possible
because of it take a
so you can do. There's a whole lot. 24-hour economy is mainly for jobs.
Okay.
Which may create jobs, baby. And that is the biggest problem we have.
And I'm a penny insurance one. Say Ghana problem and say one. Yeah, da kem. It been try a car. And I feel so a canon swa yet one. A pia kwa nim 2026, 2027 and all. So
the biggest
policy way no dear and a bit my yafa sadie way.
and see where you can I mean creating more jobs means more people will pay taxes. So with tax revenue now you will begin to reach that tax revenue. We reach that tax revenue now, it means your deficit is going to be smaller. Because if you are raising the money one casa you will need money outside. Your deficit 50 billion this year. No. Your revenue in Chebia will only do half of that deficit. Or even none at all. And see, that is GDP. Once the country becomes more productive, then productive increases your GDP because GDP is an output of what you are doing.
Yeah.
So your GDP will go up, your production goes up, which may employ in any more revenue from taxes. After what can you begin to pay that debt down. You are not.
But taxes are some now come because what the tax waivers, Weber. Does that not mean some will lose revenue or baby?
Yeah, when we revenue.
I'm buying.
Now, you see.
So what the tax waiver bar? So much risk now.
Yeah, but you are increasing productivity and increasing employment. They will pay taxes and they will increase your tax revenue. You know, it's a balancing act. So you've got to look at it. If I'm giving an incentive here in electricity, how much am I getting in production?
Okay.
And you realize that who production, no, any tax ever more on that side, no, ever more than the reliefs that you are getting. You know, it's a smart thinking. And I'm glad that Professor His Excellency, His Excellency
right.
John Dramani Mahama has come up with this idea.
Yeah.
Because other than that, and Chenyomo will say, to put this country right, are so many that you wouldn't even have nowhere to start. What President Mahama has done is that all the problems that we have, solutions ever fits our problem. He has anchored all the solutions.
Our 24-hour economy.
24-hour economy.
Na no be boa ma ban na nyasika. E de aye mpuntu nyuma te se akwan aye hwe animu se mobeye. Gomo $10 billion big push bi. Say sika no na be free aba.
Well,
suku dan a wo se esie. Projects a mo se mo beto so no. Say sika no na be free aba.
Because your productivity is low. We spend money in areas that we should not spend money in. And redirect those resources to the productive, to the things you are talking about. And I can say, Minister Katie Hammond, as somebody by it means that there's an opportunity for Ghana to produce what they call income what is it called? It's a
import
substitution.
Okay.
Import substitution.
Yeah.
Which means that, and then maybe I import you into this country. We are going to produce them. Now, look at the current economy. How do you produce those things? Yeah? I gave an
but
example.
you produce my market bay. A tough one away.
Makacho already. We are not meeting the demand. The demand in the country alone. If we are meeting the demand, why are we importing certain things into the country?
Okay.
If we can produce them ourselves. So currently, forget about when they better amount. Currently, you meeting demand. Look, my friend say, Burger King in your money could be something. The chicken and things they need to meet the demand of burgers in your mom, they are not meeting it because they can't get the chicken. I can say you best supply 1,000 chickens a day, every day. Isn't that an opportunity for somebody to do that? Now, if somebody is already producing, but meets our demand now. President Mahama is giving you an opportunity to do 24 hours so that you'll be able to meet and make more money revenue. In the process, Uber employing Crawford will be your electricity bill is also going to go down because until be a more incentive to be able to meet that level of production, you will have to spend more money.
Come on, but other problems so I you faces Abri and say with German so your local it is here the 24-hour economy back, and this time Me no kasa te say the John Mahama ban na nya ba wi. Say mo the 24-hour economy ne ba. Happen no benya bia na.
Wherefore no.
Make a year your friends say a bond market. Amanfo anka mu nya ya komba boy bosia. Say nam say yentimi ntwa bosia nti. Omo mpe Ghana ni mu ahwe no. Say mo the san jeba ene niaka ba. Happen no betime bi ana bibi foforo wa mo be.
E betime bi because I didn't tell you bosia. We are not giving us bosia because we are not paying our bosia. Once you start paying, you become what they call credit worthy.
Yeah.
At the moment, Ghana, you're credit worthy. Obi almost kebi and you say untumintia. But you see, the interesting thing we have, and you talk, you can be say you pushy. In this current government, when I look at the way they look at things, there's one section. Our Munim say, we are losing the election. We are not coming again, led by Furiata. Therefore, external debt ni nyina no em pushing ko baby a ebedu ho no na hen ni ho bi. And there's another section they break the age for no. Almost feel say no, ye be hwe senia ye ne a international community in Bakana bia omo ayi bibia ma hen. You're looking for a debt relief. So this is the situation of women says here. In Chebinu they have resigned themselves. We are not paying our debt. Okay, budget in Bimuno, you read the budget. Because the figures say you're producing a garbage. Because central thing with debt, if you take it out of your budget is a hopeless budget. Every indicator, be our government here body says here when budget, it's a false indicator. It's not the right picture. Your deficit is not the right picture. Is not the right picture.
Yes, I can't.
Your growth is not the right picture. PBR ain't yet the right picture. Your currency is not the right picture.
Yeah.
But because of saying dollar looks so stabilizing, but the dollar has not stabilized. The dollar is living in a false world. The moment you start to say you can dollar near the best 17 and that's 20. So these are the fundamental problems are ever confronting him, led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. That all of a sudden, this year, an external bondholders here working on massively. Almost sorry this year say Ghana, you should begin to pay your debt. We have a serious problem. Your debt, you turn on an annual basis, 50 billion. A year. Yes. Now your deficit already is 50 billion.
It's mobile day.
And let me say, 24-hour economy is some of the things that must start to, start pushing the levers. Because at the moment, there is no money coming into the country. Productivity, akofum, because we need to see our productivity. Unemployment, akosro, people are not working. So you have only small people working to basically, pay taxes.
Yeah.
So that problem, if nothing is done about it, it will continue to balloon. Unemployment is increasing, is decreasing, your debt is going up. BBI a negative, BBI is going up. BBI a positive, BBI. So this is the country we live in now.
Wow.
And that is why, if we continue with this government, in the next year, it will be very, very dangerous.
But it's a sign.
With new thinking, new direction, 24-hour economy, 24-hour economy. If we say, without any policy, 24-hour economy, take 10 different policy boxes for me. A bit of market, import substitution. So you're addressing import substitution. 24-hour economy will address unemployment, which is the biggest problem for the youth at the moment. 24-hour economy, your productivity is low. Productivity is GDP. So if you begin to increase your productivity, yes, at the moment there was shortage in terms of not being able to meet the demand of a lot of things in this country alone. 24-hour economy will begin to do that.
Very well.
And see, if you don't get any central policy, as I said, most policies are anchored by this 24-hour economy.
Well.
If you open your mind to it.
In the coming weeks, months, you better 24-hour economy policy dialogue. Na me gidi so beba be kasa odwumadi na se me de hye wase na krata ne ba waso butwe na wa ba me di san ko no me de wase pa ne wo bra wo nyama
me feel right
kafra meti ase abusia aha ne yede mu besi honorable Kwaku Reketegan member of parliament man de share wo eye Cape Coast South na yene no edi nkomo yede si agema nie power nie the power mid morning ebremo e wo Power FM kai say prem to brand kase bo no me ni say hwere and after so we abremu no so abano mienu wo radio so Mugabe Master Day inside politics beba no 9 with TV so any radio so inside politics Kwame Minkah ye be san share bio bye bye